Welcome to Choose Rich Live. Happy 6th of July. It's a national holiday. Today is USA World Cup Day, when we take down the Belgians, who I actually, in our bracket, selected to win. Dave Portnoy would say that I need to be deported for having made that call. But shout out to Trump for pulling his gold card and saving the U.S. national team from being down a major player. Welcome to the Choose Rich Live show, where we talk finance, primarily the crypto markets. We talk technology, primarily AI. And we also talk, obviously, World Cup, where we are betting like absolute degenerates. I placed a number of bets this weekend and lost pretty big. One of the games, which I think was actually on Friday, what was the almost massive upset that we had the other day? The island Cape Verde against Argentina on Friday.
Yeah, that was on Friday. 3-2 Argentina final.
I mean, that was an insane game. So did I express on this show my thesis around these games? I don't know if I have.
I don't think you have.
And it's completely inappropriate, but has worked 90% of the time and almost called this game.
Did we learn about Argentina today?
Can we turn this audio off?
Well, we certainly learned that I don't think it's as...
Yeah, I'm listening to this audio. Yeah, it's off. So I'm going to give you a secret, and it's wildly inappropriate. It has to do with the male phallus size by country. And if you go with the team with the smaller phallus, you have substantial odds of winning. In my own analysis, it's 90% accurate. Now, yesterday was a big upset for the small phallus supporters when Mexico lost in Mexico. It turns out that they do indeed have smaller peepees than England, which was surprising. That said, I believe the Norway, who did Norway defeat? Brazil. That was actually, I believe, in line with the phallus prediction. So one of the, it's inappropriate that I've continuously Googled penis size by country, but when you look it up and you correlate it to the data and you back test it, it's pretty revealing. And I found it to be pretty dang accurate. In fact, had Cape Verde, however you say it, Cape Verde, had they won, it would have been aligned. And that's why I had a bet. I placed hundreds of dollars betting on Cape Verde because of that. Won all of them? You want to pull them up? That was a big swing. That was a big swing. How much did we make here, Ray? Okay. Who picked Morocco? Okay. I mean, that's going to be a big game. I do think, let me just do a quick check size by country. I'm just checking my database here of penis sizes. If you check out France is averaging 5.7 inches on their hogs versus Morocco, 5.5. Morocco is poised to win this one, Ray. It's paying 5-1. I mean, well, 23 would be closer to 4-1. Okay. Well, regardless, this is an interesting one. Let's dive into the top stories because people are interested in what's going on in the market. And this is the number one source when you're looking for it. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit off today. Monday, post-chemo, it basically, with consistency, knocks me out through Monday, going into Tuesday morning, and then I'm back. Then your boy is back. This weekend, I basically spent the whole weekend sleeping. Yesterday, I woke up at 9, fell asleep at 11, woke up at 4. That was yesterday. Today, I've been up since 8:50. Didn't realize we had the call. So that's what's going on there. Pio texted me and said, any particular reason? He asked me. Anyways, no, there's not a good reason. I messed up. I forgot it was at 8:30. And I was dreaming, probably. I was probably having a dream. Cancer or chemo-fueled dreaming. Let's dive into this top news stories here. Look, the biggest one this morning in crypto land is that Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin. If you take the average price that he's spent on Bitcoin between the buys and the sales over the past month, he's bought Bitcoin for an average of $250,000, which is just horrendous. That said, he stopped buying. He literally, it sounds like he listened to my last update where I said, stop buying for the love of God. Please, just sell. so that he could get enough cash and he'd be in a good position to pay all these dividends. The market seems to have liked that. Bitcoin is back up, incredible daily candle as a result of it. It was down horribly. Now MicroStrategy is up 0.9%. Bitcoin's up 0.19%. MSTR hovering above $100. Stretch back above 90. Never thought we'd see the day a mere week ago. You're still holding them? You're holding the shares. It converted, right? Look, I own Stretch. Do I think that this rally is sustained? I'm a little more skeptical, but the best position to be on the timeline right now is bullish. The timeline is max bullish at the moment, I would almost argue. And a large portion of that is in kind and due to the man of the moment, Ansem. You want to pull up the chart of Ansem's meme coin? Yeah, it's pretty insane how it's set up there. Ansem having a little bit of a pullback off of a massive pump up to nearly 430 million. If you look at the 15-minute candles, Ray, which is a more accurate chart to be looking at here, you'll see that it's pulled back to 400 million. Absolutely painful for holders. How much of this do you own, Ray? Oh, I own like 10 grand. Yo, a gentleman never tells. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm up. I bought the current holdings probably around 30 to 35 cents. I can get you an exact number if we really need to be. But it's closer to 30 cents. I tweeted about it back at 20 cents. No, that's when I got in. What, can you give me two? I have a, I can't pick this phone. I'm not going to pick up the phone. We're not doing it. I got in around 30 cents. I tweeted about it at 20 to 25 cents because we went on a pump. I guess was it a week ago when this thing started taking off? Yeah. So over the weekend. I said cents. I said cents. Talking about the per share price, Ray. No, like 300 million, dude. Did we think it was? I mean, I am impressed. Ansem's done a great job with this token. The total liquidity, which is what you want to check out, is more effectively tracked at CoinMarketCap. It shows all of the different liquidity pools on this token. It also shows a market cap of only 167 million, which is basically considers Ansem's tokens completely locked up. He's been doing Solana airdrops rather than Ansem airdrops, which is the correct way to do this. The liquidity, it shows at 5% of market cap, which is pretty freaking solid, at around 8 million. The majority of that sitting on Meteora. Second up, Pump Swap, and after that, it's downhill from there. Look, I just expect this to hit $1 billion, which I like. I imagine that a lot of people are going to sell around there. But this feels like destined for a Billy. I cut my position in half this weekend, by the way, during the pullback, because I was just like, dude, I can't, like, what if this thing just dumps? I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot. So I went from like 15,000 down to 7,500. Yeah. Anyways, what were you going to say? I understand the skepticism. I understand some of the sketchy history of Ansem. Dude, it's impossible to tell. I got a sketchy message from someone faking to be Ansem this weekend, asking me for $500,000 for him to come on the podcast. It had to have been fake. No. I don't like it. I've been looking more at stocks and things like that, but regardless, it's an interesting. I don't like it. I like Ansem up 100%. That's where the trade is right now. You can do a quick swing, in my opinion. Wait for pullbacks to DCA in. All these other tokens that I see on Deck Screener, it makes me feel sick. And that's not just the chemo. It's just like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about, people? The one that I saw this weekend, the one that I was tracking was the Mensa token. That's the Ansem as a table. I have no idea. I have no idea. The Rich token has held up. It hasn't pumped to 400 million like Ansem. It's been hovering at around 300,000, hovering between 300, 400,000, half a milli. It's been in a nice range. I pick it up as it drops. It's difficult. Right now, all of the attention in meme coin land has gone to Ansem. That's where the majority of the activity is. And that's why I like, if you're placing a trade, just place it on Ansem if you're looking for a swing and you want to put in a substantial amount of money, because there's at least some degree of liquidity. That said, I posted a tweet that people were just like, why are you fudding this? Why are you fudding Ansem? I'm not fudding Ansem. I own the damn thing. I was talking about the practical reality, which is that people were talking about how much money, quote, people have made on this token, and it's misleading because the total liquidity of the Ansem token is like $8 million. So what like the top people can't sell. That said, I don't think they're unhappy about it. I'm not unhappy with it pumping. I have a small enough bag in there that I can sell, that there is enough liquidity. But anyone that purchased a substantial amount can't dump because it'll just crush the token. But they can sell a small amount. They can make back their money. They didn't spend a lot. They bought probably 1% of this token for next to nothing. So yeah. People are so mad at that tweet. I got a DM from someone saying, maybe you could stop bear posting about Ansem. I'll call out who that was. Who was that? It was GSM. GSM. Just won't shut the fuck up. He's in the comments right now, right? GSM 739. That was him. Hey, GSM. Calm down. They can't hear Ray? Maybe you're not in this scene. Hey, it's for the better, guys. Don't worry about it. You didn't miss out on anything. Ray was trying to expose me. He said a lot of things that were exposing personal information about me. So I think he got muted. Let's dive into the next news stories. I want to cover what's going on here, Ray. Give me 1 minute. And here we go. Meanwhile, a new analysis highlighted by the New York Times finds that nearly 1 million retail buyers of the Trump meme coin lost a combined $3.81 billion. Insider wallets who made early purchases of the meme coin captured roughly $4 billion in gains. Yeah, zero-sum game, baby. We've discussed this before. We discussed this the other day. I think this story, they keep slicing and dicing this story. They're just trying to get people pissed off about this. Oh, Trump made over $1 billion in crypto. I mean, there's no one more pissed off than the crypto bag holders about Trump's absolute fucking bullshit with him just scamming crypto. Cry about it. The Trump token. What's the market cap of Trump? Isn't it right there on your screen? Ansem has flipped Trump. Well, then maybe this isn't a fair tweet. It's not. Well, just false. It's literally false. Let's dive into the next story. Switching gears, Anthropic has signed a 20-year lease with TerraWolf, a company many of us have been tracking, Ray, for a purpose-built AI campus in Hawesville, Kentucky, one of my favorite places to visit. Previously, I won't be going there anymore due to the incoming pollution. A deal expected to generate approximately $19 billion in contracted revenue. TerraWolf shares surged roughly 20% at the open on the news, trading around $24.68 with a market cap near $10.5 billion. Hit me with that song. A Billy, a Billy, a Billy, a Billy. Was he? It looks like it's pulled back for the day, huh? A billion here, a billion there, a billionaire. I mean, shout out to TerraWolf stockholders. Shout out to everybody building server farms and becoming the source of hatred amongst many protesters in America. It's a tough time out there for the server farms. We can dive into the next story. In other news, President Trump told the public to go out and buy a Dell computer. Jesus Christ. At a White House ceremony today celebrating the launch of Trump accounts, sending Dell Technologies shares surging more than 8% to $427. Maybe we can contextualize that share price. A lot of the stocks that Trump had pumped have since dumped. What is the 52-week high of Dell? You can literally look at the chart. You can look at the chart. It's up at like, I think 440. You said 469. You sure about that? Yeah, so it pulled back substantially. The other one that pulled back was another one, Ray, that Easy said on the show, acting like all of his calls have been fucking brilliant. Pull up Oracle, ORCL. How's that one look? Yeah, I'm down 45% on that buy that I bought when he came on the show. Really? This isn't a SaaS company. Yes. They're a database company. Salesforce would be the king of SaaS. You think is Oracle a SaaS company? We're going to see what Google says. I'm going to say it says yes. Because of NetSuite. But they're trying to position themselves as a cloud computing company. And that was they had a huge deal. They were part of the big OpenAI thingamabob. Remember that deal with Trump?
I do.
Do you?
I keep seeing comments where my audio isn't working. This EV Mux is just not.
Ray's audio isn't working? Ray has no audio. You're just talking.
I'm gonna run through the next story, and I'll just I'll refresh my browser.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I'll let you refresh your browser. I'll allow you to do that. Next story. Finally, the Lighter token, LIT, gained 40% on the week after Robinhood announced that Lighter will power perpetuals trading inside its crypto wallet. Also, I saw a gentleman who did a swap for Lighter token, lost a substantial amount of money due to a technical glitch, which was not great for that gentleman. The LIT token, though, is way up. Ray just had it shared, but he has to refresh his page. LIT, absolutely. I'm going to pull it up. Just take a look at this. It's also crazy that Lighter outperform or like beat Hyperliquid to the punch on this, and maybe that's because Hyperliquid plans on competing with Robinhood. I don't know. Is this bad news for the Hype token?
I can't say that Lighter being the perps product for Robinhood is good for the Hype token.
The Hype token today is flat, but by flat, we're up to $72 for the token, which is pretty big, almost nearing all-time highs of 76. So the Hyperliquid token looks very good. I'll buy more on any pullback here. I'm curious how my Zcash is doing, not looking so hot. Solana, nice little break here. Where are we headed next? Can we get up to $90? It's feeling a little bit greedy on the timeline right now, if I'm being completely honest. Everyone's trying to call this the bottom. Ansem's the black bull is bull posting nonstop. And I will tell you, bull posting is the best form of engagement. And so far, Ansem is doing a phenomenal job at it. But why is he doing so well? Is a whole other question. Is this like one big conspiracy? And let's just address the elephant in the room real quick. Ansem's trying to claim that he brought back the bull market in meme coins. Let's call a spade, guys. The Rich token brought back the meme coin market. We hadn't seen volume. If you were to chart when the Rich token launched and the bottom of the market, I'm going to be honest, I think the Rich token was heavily responsible for the run back into this space. If you go back to the origins of meme coins, you're going to see that the Choose Rich token, the original one, there were actually two. There was a previous Rich token. There was a previous Nick token. And both of those tokens marked the beginning of the meme coin, influencer, creator coin rally, the meme coin surge. That was back when Bird Eye was the platform that you would look for all of the different tokens. Nobody uses that anymore. So who's the OG here, huh? No one gives a shit. The holders don't give a shit. People aren't saying, I'm going to go buy the Rich token because that's the OG one, because it helps support cancer, curing cancer. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, I'm going to go buy this speculative token, Ansem. And honestly, I've bought some of it. I've bought into it too. Ansem's phenomenal at bull posting. He's doing a great job. So shout out to Ansem on the bull posting. One of the perks that he has is the amount of tokens that he holds. But he's also literally airdropping Solana to people. A lot of people were pissed off this weekend. I saw one of the young bucks, I'm sure you saw that got airdropped 30 bands to go travel to Europe to give money to people so he could make a fun vlog video of him flexing on the timeline, similar in a way to Rasmer's phenomenal video that came out this weekend as Rasmer was getting just absolutely shit on for talking about how he used to dump on people. He just admitted.
I have some breaking meme coin news.
Break the news, Ray. And can people in the audience hear Ray?
They can hear me now after I reloaded.
They can. Okay, that's great news. A lot of us were concerned. Break the news.
BonkDAO gets targeted malicious governance proposal resulting in an estimated $20 million worth of Bonk tokens drained from their treasury.
Oh my
Bonk
God.
Down 12% on the day, 372 mil FDV.
Holy shit. Hit the breaking news button. Hit the fucking breaking news button, Ray. But that's not it.
There we go.
If I play music real quick, let's just run a test real quick. Can you tell me, can you hear this music?
Yes.
Oh, let's go. You've been jamming to this during the World Cup?
I have not, but I'm enjoying it right now.
Hey. I think we're going to get demonetized on YouTube for this one. Hey. All right.
We have Portugal versus Spain kicking off. 45
Right
minutes. 45 minutes.
Nueva York. Sorry, I just got to hear this for a second. This is good. Nueva York. Breaking news coming out of the meme coin markets right now, Ray. Huge news. BonkDAO exploited for $30 million. People everywhere absolutely stunned at this news. We'll be back making sure to bring updates to you as the news happens. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in to today's episode. Where are all of our viewers coming from, by the way?
We have a lot of them. We have 4,000 viewers right now.
Shout out to everybody who's joined.
More than monitoring the situation right now.
Are we being spammed?
It's hard to tell on broadcasts.
Did someone spam us? I don't know.
We need all 4.2K people in here to send us a message.
Post
to
a
verify
comment.
you're real. Just a comment.
Post a comment. Comment down below. If it's on YouTube, I don't think it'll show up, right? Do the comments only show for X?
No, they show cross-platform.
Do they?
Yeah.
Huh. I see a couple of people posting comments. Yo, W in the chat. W. You know what I'm saying? W. A lot of people down there. I see easily 15 comments. I'm in a car driving listing on X. I have DM'd you. DM Ray, don't DM me.
If you're one of the winners from Friday's show, DM me. Nick is notoriously bad at returning messages.
They never respond. They never messaged me. I owe $1,000 to that guy.
Yeah, he's in the comments right now. Or Too Strong says, I DM'd you. You haven't answered me. Yes.
Oh shit, my bad. Hold on. I'll take a look.
Don't worry, Aura. He's not holding back on you. He's just very, very bad at these DMs.
Is it Aura Too Strong?
Yes.
What's their actual name though? Because I don't see it here.
Aura Too Strong.
Here, you can just send it to me.
This guy here.
Just DM me on Slack. Send it to me on Slack, and I'll go through. Sorry about that, buddy. You're still getting $1,000. Don't worry about it. I'm giving you cold, hard cash. Because that's the type of person that I am. That's what we do on this show. I'm just handing out cash from my own pocket, which is absurd. I need that money to make it through this cancer cycle, through the chemo. Yet here we are.
His Twitter page is just shitting on you for not giving away the money.
Are you serious?
Day three of not receiving the $1,000 giveaway I legitimately won.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
This
is the least surprising thing ever.
$250 to start with, and then tell them to fuck off. And then a day later, I'll send them money. Absolutely ridiculous. What a jerk.
Oh,
keep running your mouth, bitch. People like running their mouth till they see me in person, and then they shut up because they know I beat that ass. Do we have any other stories to discuss here, Ray?
Those are the ones from today.
Well, okay, I got one to discuss. Is today the last day that you can load up on these that you're getting credit for the Claude Fable 5 model?
They said July 7th is the final day, I believe. So I think you have one day after today. Let me look at the exact language and settings here.
And then it's
how much have you used?
Not enough. I think I've used like 10%, 5%. I was doing it this weekend, then I ended up passing out, basically. Let me tell you, usage. 10%.
I'm up to 85% of my Fable usage.
Holy shit. What were you building?
I did everything that I built, I did code reviews on.
Okay.
And then just like expanding some of the admin stuff we have. I can talk about the specifics after the show.
Okay.
Interbusiness stuff. We have our Slack bot that's going to go live today.
Well, we have the prospecting agent that I've built. I've built out this tool to do. I'm very interested in building agents that do these tasks, and I've been trying to figure out like effective ways because people don't want to sit there and interact with like the regular UI. Anyways, this is like geeky shit that no one wants to hear about. What I will say, I'll give a quick Actually, I want to make another video. So I'm thinking about recording these pre-recorded videos like the one that I did with Michael Saylor the other day where he clearly listened to me and took my guidance. You're welcome, all of the MicroStrategy holders, for guiding Michael Saylor down an effective path of reason and fiducial responsibility. Is that the correct way to even say that?
Nailed it.
He's fiduciarily, respectably organized. Real quick, I'm just going to run down a couple other quick hitters. Ray, you didn't bring up the big story that everyone's talking about. You know what it is?
Rasmer dumping on his followers.
Xbox laying off 4,500 employees.
I had that on the list, and I was like, Nick's going to say this story does not matter one bit.
It doesn't.
It was curated, and I passed on it.
What does how's Microsoft stock responding as a result?
Hold on. It just crashed my screen again.
I'll tell you. We're down 1.1%, which is shocking because usually layoffs are a good thing. NVIDIA delays its next-gen AI rack system, Kyber NVL 144, by 12 months to 2028 due to PCB manufacturing issues, and cancels its NVL 72X2 architecture, something that we've been closely monitoring here on the show.
Yeah, the NVL pipeline super important to the Q3 forecasting.
Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, I can't believe they fucked that so bad. SK Hynix launched a U.S. share sale on the NASDAQ to raise $28 billion. A lot of people are paying attention to that. One that I was personally paying attention to because my sister worked at a couple of the companies acquired by Bending Spoons. Not sure if you paid attention to this one. This company had acquired AOL. They had acquired Vimeo. They had acquired a bunch of other companies as well. And those companies were rolled up into this holding company. And there's one that stands out that's comparable but different. Bending Spoons was their approach to all this is basically roll them up, implement AI, and supposedly it would become more efficient. But it's not clear how to value this company because there's a lot of data missing. The other one that you can take a look at is BOT. I think is the ticker. Am I correct about that? RoboStrategy? Yes. That's been all over the timeline. It had pumped. Wow, look at that pullback. It was at $40 earlier today, up 10%. Now it's pulled back down to 36. RoboStrategy. This one is a weird one. This is, I'm not sure if you've seen the timeline. Basically just talking about how bullish they are on robotics and correspondingly investing in this company that raised money to give access to private shares. This feels super bubbly, this activity. It feels similar to a SPAC. The difference is a SPAC takes a company public, whereas RoboStrategy is private shares and gives access to people in the public market access to private shares. Now, how do you value these in a reliable way? I don't know. I prefer the tokenized private shares, like the ones that we saw with Anthropic and OpenAI. Those are the most interesting ones to me. But yeah, this has been an interesting trade nonetheless. I don't have exposure. There's a gentleman who I DM'd to see if he wanted to come on, and he hasn't responded. His name is Kevin Zhu. You follow this guy? Can
you spell it?
Kevin XU. And this guy is like such a weird, his approach to trading. Basically, he grew his 401k up to like $12 million, his 401k rollover. And the way that he does this is he goes all in on other holdings. So he was the one pumping BOT. Looks like he sold it. And then he's selling to subscribers his new trades. There's something very weird to me about people who talk about how much money they're making, yet sell these sort of subscription things. But whatever, everyone gets their own. But when you're making like billions and then you're saying, here's how I do it, to me, that's where it's like strange. But regardless, he is attempting to grow his portfolio again. And the way that he does this is he takes single swings at a time. All of his portfolios in on a single stock, which is very high risk. He was up to like 17 million and it's pulled back to 11. And that's why I'm like, dude, like this is wildly volatile. He shows his history over time. It
looks like he's at 50K.
Huh?
Maybe he's doing a different challenge.
Yeah, that's another wallet. That's his all-in challenge account. He says he's going to do it again. I think he went from 30K to...
He's in the 40s now, 44.
He's trying to pull it off again. We'll see how it goes. Look, I don't know how this is going to pan out. I'm going to chat with him. I'm going to have him on the show later. Ideally, if he fucking responds to my DM, tag him. Let him know what's up. Tell him to come on. I want to have a conversation with this guy because his approach to investing is wild.
Who was the crypto investor who pivoted to robotics? He was a pretty big investor in the crypto space, and he pivoted
He was
to
a
robotics.
big investor. He was. You're talking about at Intern.
I think I'm talking about Andrew Wang, maybe? Or, trying to think of who it is.
You're talking
There's
about
another
at Intern.
intern? No, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that intern.
Well, he came out. He's the CMO at RoboStrategy.
Okay. You know, it's a similar crypto into robo thing. I'm blanking on his name, and I'm sorry. But there's a very large crypto investor who went all in on robotics. Andrew Yang. Andrew
Wang.
Kang.
Dude, you guys are
Curious
so
if he has
rich.
talked about RoboStrategy at all, because he's been somebody. I mean, yeah, I guess he's part of it. CEO of RoboStrategy.
Hey, Andrew Wang, Andrew Yang, and Andrew Zhang. You're all welcome to come on this show.
You should hit up Andrew Kang. This would be a good one. The CEO of RoboStrategy. He used to be very deep into crypto. Very big crypto VC.
Hey. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody for oh my God. Hold on, we lost it. I'm back.
I hear it.
Hey, shout out to everybody for joining today. It's been fun. We'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to have some guests on this show. Do we have any guests scheduled this week?
Nothing right now. Easy will probably be on Wednesday and Friday. Be my last show. Last you'll see of me for a couple weeks. I'm having my son on Wednesday. So I will have 2 kids the next time you see me.
Raise the baby's daddy. Congratulations, Ray. Hey, everybody throw congrats in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Throw congrats in the comments. How long are you going for, Ray? Couple weeks?
Just be 2 weeks.
Ray's having babies. Let's give it. Why do they play that song for every single fucking break on the World Cup? I don't know what's going on. But
You watched the game last night?
I did.
That game was awesome.
That was an incredible game. I lost money on it. I was betting on. Remember, I just said the penis theory suggested that Mexico was going to win, and they lost. Absolute bullshit.
We glossed over how good that game was. That was just an awesome game. All right, ready to wrap?
Let's wrap it, Ray. Hey, thanks everybody for joining. I'll be back on Wednesday. Ray will be having a baby on Wednesday, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. Staying right here. We've had progressively improving consistency, I would say. That's how I would describe this show. Things are getting better. Things are improving.
Do we name the baby Ticker Rich?
Ticker Rich would be ideal. Do you know what you've named your baby?
Not yet.
Really? How many names are you split on right here?
Like 2.
Is one of them Ticker Rich?
Actually, now 3. Ticker Rich would be the third one. That one's very quickly jumped up on prediction markets to be a now maybe favorite.
Just let your wife know. I'm sure she'll be a huge fan. All right, y'all. See you on Wednesday.